What is going on, everybody? It is your man R0B back at it again with another New York Giants video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some big roster moves that the New York Giants made leading up to this Week 15 matchup on Sunday Night Football against the Washington Commanders. Before we go ahead and dive into the video, do me a quick favor. Go ahead and smash that like button. It does help the videos get noticed. Smash that subscribe button. Turn on those bell notifications so that you never miss another upload. And let's go ahead and we're going to dive right into it. Now, I know you guys see me. I'm wearing this fresh onesie. That's right. It's a little bit cold here in North Carolina, and I felt like kind of wearing a onesie pajamas, so I went ahead and I put it on. This is the new fashion, so don't hate, appreciate. But let's go ahead and dive into these roster moves. So the New York Football Giants made some really big and eye-opening moves leading up to this Week 15 matchup against the Washington Commanders. Now, they went ahead and they activated Ben Bredeson. If you remember, Ben Bredeson got hurt a few weeks ago and has been out ever since. Suffered an MCL sprain. I believe this was against the Jacksonville Jaguars game, and he's been out ever since. He's missed those games. And to be honest with you, the running attack has really been kind of quiet since Ben Bredeson got injured in that game. I believe Ben Bredeson got injured in that game. I also believe that Evan Neal got injured in that game. So it's been a little bit rough on the offensive side of the football. And they have not been the same since. So they went ahead and activated Ben Bredeson, and there's probably a strong possibility that he's going to play. Now, he may start the game. They may probably have him on a pitch count. He may start the game out. If they see that he's kind of taking a little bit of step back, this, that, and the third, they may go ahead and put in Nick Gates at the left guard spot. Also, they went ahead and elevated Landon Collins from the practice squad. He's going to go ahead and get an opportunity to go up against his former team, the Washington Commanders. He's been elevated from the practice squad to the active roster for this week's game. Also, Davis Webb has also been activated leading up into this game, going up against the Washington Commanders. And that one there is the interesting one. Now, unfortunately, I believe Joshua Zedio, from what I'm understanding from the reports that came out when it came, I believe it was Jordan Schultz that went ahead and, no, it was actually the New York Giants Twitter. They went ahead on reserve/injured. They went ahead and put Joshua Ezekiel on that list as well. So the New York Giants tweeted that out. So let's start with Ben Bredeson. Ben Bredeson, I believe he was traded for or signed last year, from Joe Judge and Dave Gettleman. Was kind of playing a little bit of everywhere, but this year kind of came on. He was a starting left guard for the New York Giants leading into the season. Looks like Bobby Johnson really liked what he was doing, and he was able to play both the guard and center positions. There was a game where I believe John Feliciano had come out. They went ahead and they bumped Ben Bredeson over to the center position, and he took over. And since his injury, I'm not saying he's the best guy out there, but there's been a lack of continuity at that left side of the field. Andrew Thomas has had to play with Nick Gates. He's had to play with Joshua Ezekiel. He's had to play with Shane Lemieux. The list goes on, and it's just been a little bit of inconsistency on that left side, and Andrew Thomas has been dealing with that for the last couple of years. I think he had like 6 or 7 left guards playing last season. He's had 3 or 4 this season, so there's a lot of inconsistencies going on. So it's good to see that Ben Bredeson has been reactivated. I'd like to see him play. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure he's going to be on a pitch count. He's probably not going to get a lot of playing time. But if he's healthy and he's working out good, and he's not having any setbacks, I'm sure they'll probably keep him out on the field. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll kind of work him in a little bit, let him get at least maybe a quarter or a half, and then go with Nick Gates in the second half. But hey, listen, if he could play and you're rolling on the offensive side, whether it's running the ball or he's doing well in the pass coverage, I'd leave him out there. If he's good to go, you don't want to break it up and bring somebody out there, and Nick Gates that hasn't played a whole half, and then all of a sudden things are going sideways. And Nick Gates kind of struggled at the left guard spot in the first matchup against the Washington Commanders. Now, Landon Collins being elevated, I'm excited to see number 21 get back out there and make some plays. I think he's going to try to fill a lot of those holes with Brian Robinson running the football. Brian Robinson and Deshaun Gibson. Is it Deshaun Gibson? I believe it's Deshaun Gibson. Had some pretty good running lanes that they were able to get open and take advantage of in the first meeting against the New York Football Giants. So I look forward to seeing what Landon Collins is able to do. Maybe make a play or two, get a sack, meet Brian Robinson at the line of scrimmage. Who knows? But you can definitely more than likely guess that if Landon Collins has been elevated, Tate Crowder more than likely will not see the field. And when Tate Crowder is supposed to come in, Landon Collins will be that person coming in and trying to make a play. Now, the Davis Webb elevation is a little bit curious to me. Now, it could be nothing. I believe from reports that I've seen, it has nothing to do with as far as there being an injury or a concern with Daniel Jones or Tyrod Taylor. They're both good to go. They're both healthy. No concern there. But I do see that if this game potentially does get a little bit out of hand, they may want to go ahead and turn it over to Davis Webb. You know, if this game is kind of getting out of hand the way it did last week, or Daniel Jones is struggling, I can honestly see them potentially going ahead and pulling Daniel Jones, especially if this is a game that's going to decide whether you have an 88% chance or not making it into the postseason. If Daniel Jones is going out there and he's not performing well and not getting it done, I could definitely see them putting in Tyrod Taylor or Davis Webb. I don't think that they would go ahead and sacrifice one game and due to the likes of one player and allow the other 52 men that have been working hard all season long to potentially get into the postseason. I don't think they would want to deprive those men of that just simply because they want to go ahead and get a proper evaluation of Daniel Jones and let him go out there and kind of shit the bed, so to speak. So I look for, if Daniel Jones is definitely struggling in this game, they'll look to put in Tyrod Taylor or Davis Webb. You know, Davis Webb is always going to be prepared. He's always going to be ready. And he did play well inside in the preseason. So he was playing well during that time. And I wouldn't mind seeing Davis Webb on the field. I think if Davis Webb is definitely on the field, you're going to see us really kind of move the ball up and down the field in the passing game. I think he adds a different type of element in the passing game. I think he might even be, probably as far as spreading the ball around, one of the better quarterbacks that we've got on the roster. And remember, he was drafted by the Giants some time ago to be maybe the predecessor going forward. So it had a little bit of a head scratcher, but I'm kind of curious to see what ends up happening with Davis Webb, what they end up doing, and things of that nature. Now, with Joshua Ezekiel going on the injured and reserved list, disheartening. Had a lot of high hopes for Joshua Ezekiel. Don't know what his status is, when he'll be able to return, if he will return. But he was one of two North Carolina guards that were taken. He was taken in the 3rd round. He had another one that was taken in the 5th round. So that tore his ACL, and we didn't have an opportunity to see that player this year. But it's going to be interesting to see what's going on with him, if he's able to make it back. In other news, also, we're not going to have cornerback Adoree Jackson. He will not be participating. I believe that Daniel Bellinger will be playing. Xavier McKinney will not be playing. And obviously we'll have Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau. They will both be out there. And I believe Leonard Williams is also slated to play as well. So I believe he's questionable right now, but more than likely he very well may play, maybe be on a little bit of a pitch count. So I'm interested to see what these guys do. I'm excited to see Ben Bredeson get back out there on the field. I'm not saying he's no Zach Martin or he's some dominant interior lineman, but it's just about continuity. For the first 4, 5, 6 weeks of the season, it was left tackle at Andrew Thomas, Ben Bredeson at left guard, John Feliciano at center, Mark Lewinsky, and then Evan Neal at the right guard and right tackle spots. And then after the Jacksonville Jaguar game, kind of all hell broke loose, and there was a lot of injuries that were being suffered, between Evan Neal getting injured and spraining his MCL, then Ben Bredeson being injured, John Feliciano missed a game. So, there's just been a lot of inconsistencies going on, and also players battling illnesses. So, it'll be good to kind of try to get that starting 5 guys back out there on the field and try to see if we can get Saquon Barkley rolling, running the football once again. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to go ahead and smash that like button. It does help the videos get noticed. Smash that subscribe button. Turn on those bell notifications so that you never miss another upload. I want to give you guys a huge shout out and a huge thank you for all of the support and love that you guys have been showing on the channel. I really do greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the roster moves that the New York Football Giants made this week. Which one is your favorite? And what are you guys thinking going forward into this Week 15 game? I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, like I said, and I will catch you guys next time. I'm R0B, signing off. Go Giants.